And because behind there is a beautiful little bay where we get to see the islands a little better. Okay, so this is the beach now. No deck chairs, nothing like that. The season has finished, although I have to say that I will probably come here on a sunny day to have a quick dip because the temperature of the Mediterranean is still quite warm. It's still perfectly possible to have a swim here. The castle of San Terenzo is actually not as old as the one of Lerici. This one was built in, well, there was a watchtower where the tower that you see now, and then it was restored going back to the 12th century. But basically the rest of the castle is 1400s and 1500s. And today, because it's All Saints' Day, which is a festival here, feast, the Pisans, of course, they had a maritime empire. They're a maritime republic. We had 4 in Italy, maritime republics. Remember, Italy wasn't Italy until the unification, which took part in 1861. And we had 4 maritime republics: Pisa, Genova, Amalfi, and Venice. Okay, those were the 4 maritime republics. Pisa was built in the 12th century, so 1100s. It's practically 1,000 years old, in other words. That is a museum, just like the one of San Terenzo. And it's had some famous prisoners, this castle, at the time when the Pisan Republic was fighting against the King of France, Francois I. They caught him at the Battle of Giglio, the little island off the coast of Tuscany, very famous now because that was where the Costa cruise liner was came a wreck, care of Captain Schettino. And so anyway, there was this battle in the 1500s at the island of Giglio against the Pisans and the French, and they took the king, and he was in prison here for a while because it was Pisans that fortified this castle. Eventually, it was taken over by the Genovese because Genoa, all right, is Tuscany, actually, Toscana. Tuscany, our biggest region, and the capital of Tuscany, of course, is Florence. All right, so I'm going to cross over and take you through the colourful houses of the village. So I'm going to cross over here. Not much traffic at this time. You know, this is like siesta period. If anyone's on holiday, then they don't go out until like 3 or 4 o'clock. And here it is now 2:20, something like that. And we've been going for 21 and a half minutes, unless you were with me before the tour actually began. So, any questions? Far away. So this is a pretty little street we're walking through now. Okay, hello to those who are joining. Let me show you one of the little portico areas. And there's even a restaurant here. That's really pretty. Let me show you. Via Sotto il Volto, it's called. You can make this, one could stay in this area and then go to the famous Cinque Terre area. It wouldn't be so busy here. I'm not sure if the line will go. I'm just walking through this lovely little tunnel, and they've got tables set up. Facades, because there was a tax paid on the size of your facade, and in the past also on the amount of windows that you had and how big they were as well. So tax was paid accordingly. And San Terenzo has about 2,500 in population. Lerici, who's the large castle I showed you in the other village across the way from the bay is larger. That has about 7,000 in population. So between the two villages and a few houses up in the hills, we're talking of about 10,000. There we go. Stunning colors of Liguria. And I'm going to be walking to the other little bay, tiny little bay behind the castle of San Terenzo. Why these colors? Well, that's a good question. It was just the local earthy colors of nature. All right, so it's the same thing in Tuscany. They tend to stick to the colors of nature, of the countryside. Yellow, the sun. In some places in Italy, we have also lots of blue because that's. And they were the easiest colors that they could come up with as a mix as well of paints in the past. And sometimes we also see green, and green is the representation of plants, nature. Oh, this is a lovely little square here near the castle. Let me do a turn, 365-degree turn, so that you can see. And then the castle of San Terenzo. And then there's this beautiful square here, lots of restaurants, and we're still eating outside, as you can see. Right, hello to those who've just joined. We are coming to the end of our tour. I'm going to keep you for another 6 or 7 minutes, but stay with me. Please follow, folks, if you can. We're going to go to the little tiny bay behind the castle right now, okay? So just enjoy these beautiful colors. Hello to those who are just joining me. We are going to the Maria of Tuscany and Liguria. So let me show you now where we just walked from. Okay, so that's San Terenzo. You see the villa there that is white and the lowest one? That is the Mary and Percy Shelley Villa. Villa Magni it's called. So that little white one is the villa that I walked you by when we started the tour about half an hour ago. And then we see the beach of San Terenzo. Right, so across the way, we see once again Lerici. Here, this is the marina.
Piscia, Pippo, vai! Vai, piscia!
And then I'm going to go around. Okay, zoom out. Okay, so let's start at Lerici. And then go all around the bay. And we see San Terenzo with its main church and the little marina. And then, Marina joined from Melbourne, Australia. Hi there, my dear. And then we have the castle up here of San Terenzo. And let me walk around the grounds of the castle around the hill to show you another bit of the open sea area. There's even somebody on the deck chair. No sun, it's cloudy, but it's not cold. Really lovely temperature. I'd say about 18, 19 degrees centigrade. And here we have the canoes just at the bottom of the castle. Oh, thank you, Cynthia. Please join me if you can. I'll be doing some other tours. I'm entertaining questions now because soon I'll be finished. And so I hope you enjoyed this tour of around the Bay of Poets. And for those that joined later, you may not have caught this, but across the bay all right, where I'm going to be zooming in on, all right, where we see a car